Donald Trump assassination attempt. What we know so far. Donald Trump was the target of a more alarming assassination attempt in July of 2024, according to new revelations. The attempt was made during a rally in Birmingham, Alabama, where a man who was equipped with a handgun was detained by agents of the Secret Service after breaking through a security barrier. Before being taken down by security forces, the suspect, who has been identified as James Patrick, was able to get within 50 feet of their target, President Trump. In addition to extra ammunition, Patrick was discovered to have a comprehensive plan that outlined his intention to cause harm to the former president. In the past, the incident of Michael Sandford, the 18th of June, 2016. On the occasion of a Trump rally in Las Vegas, Michael Sandford, a British national, attempted to take possession of a firearm belonging to a law enforcement officer to shoot Trump. After pleading guilty to the charges that were related to the incident, Sandford was taken into custody and subsequently sentenced to a prison term of 12 months and 1 day. An incident involving ricin letters, October 2018. Details: letters containing the poison ricin were sent to President Trump, as well as other high-ranking officials, including Secretary of Defense James Mattis and the Director of the FBI Christopher Wray. As a result of the letters being intercepted, former Navy sailor William Clyde Allen II was taken into custody and charged with making threats against the president and other authorities. The threat posed by Jessica Drake, October 2016. According to the information provided, adult film actress Jessica Drake was the recipient of a threatening phone call that warned her against speaking out about Trump during the presidential campaign of 2016. In the end, Drake increased her security procedures after the event was reported to the Federal Bureau of Investigation. Actions to ensure safety. As a result of these and other dangers, one of the most important concerns for Trump has been his safety. Throughout his presidency and beyond, the Secret Service has performed ongoing assessments and made necessary adjustments to the protection measures that have been put in place to safeguard his safety. At a campaign rally held on Saturday in Butler, Pennsylvania, the would-be assassin Thomas Matthew Crooks, who was only 20 years old at the time, was able to get near enough to Donald Trump to shoot him in the ear. Details are beginning to emerge about how Crooks was able to do this. Crooks managed to avoid being caught by Secret Service personnel and local law enforcement authorities before reaching a rooftop approximately 140 meters, 450 feet away from where Trump was speaking on a platform. Once there, he fired his weapon, grazing the Republican candidate who is running for president in November with his bullet. After the shots were fired, Crooks was promptly shot to death by members of the Secret Service, and an investigation into the incident is continuing. Digital breadcrumbs have been gathered in the days that have passed since the shooting through the use of various media outlets, photographers who were present at the demonstration, and personal cell phone recordings that portray the events that led up to the shooting. Criminals were spotted by law enforcement 60 minutes before the shooting. Crooks was discovered by local law enforcement authorities outside the event perimeter 1 hour before the time that Trump was scheduled to take the stage to deliver his speech. They were under the impression that he was behaving suspiciously. To inform the Secret Service and other law enforcement personnel present at the event that a suspicious individual had been observed outside the rally boundary, the officers utilized a radio to communicate the information. In the camera footage, Crooks could be seen entering the location a little while after the initial incident. In an exclusive footage that was uploaded by WTAE-TV, a local ABC News affiliate in Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania, Crooks is seen near the building from which he would subsequently fire approximately 1 hour before the shooting. Using a rangefinder, criminals were detected once more 40 minutes before the shooting began. Crooks was lost for almost 20 minutes until the local police, who were attempting to keep track of him, became aware of his whereabouts once more. A rangefinder, which is a device that resembles a telescope and is used to determine the distance between an observer and a target, was reportedly in his possession, as reported by the New York Times. It is believed that Crooks was utilizing the rangefinder to determine the distance between the roof and the platform where Trump delivered his rally speech. 30 minutes before the start of the shooting, criminals were seen on the roof. Crooks was noticed by the Secret Service on the roof of a network of interconnected corrugated metal structures that were used by an equipment company called AGR International 20 minutes before the shooting took place. It has been claimed that agents of the Secret Service have informed the local police and requested that they investigate the matter. The Washington Post reports that a local police officer was dispatched to the location to identify the person who was deemed suspicious. 2 minutes before the start of the shooting, Crooks are spotted by rally attendees. People who were there at the demonstration saw Crooks on the roof 2 minutes before the gunshot took place. They made a loud announcement to the authorities who were close, stating that someone was crawling along the roof. A police officer had already been sent to the scene to investigate by that point. The officer attempts to get in touch with Crooks 30 seconds before the shooting begins. The Butler County Sheriff Michael Sloot told the Post that an officer went to investigate the roof in response to a request from the local police to try to identify the suspicious man who had been seen multiple times by this point. Reports indicate that the law enforcement officer, who had been summoned to the scene, was able to successfully raise himself and grab the edge of the roof of the building that Crooks was upon to assess the situation. After that, Crooks turned around and pointed his semi-automatic rifle, which was modeled after an AR-15, at the officer. To escape being shot, the officer swiftly returned to the ground and sank back down. The gunshots and the seconds that immediately followed both. Almost immediately after this, Crooks fired 8 rounds in the direction of Trump, with one of them slightly hitting Trump's ear. Moreover, 3 onlookers were struck by gunshots, with one of them being killed. After some time, he was given the name Corey Comparator. Only 2 of the other onlookers had life-threatening injuries. Secret Service officials positioned themselves in a protective barrier around President Trump after he quickly sank. Crooks was then eliminated by a squad of Secret Service snipers who used a high-powered weapon to kill him from the roof of a structure that was located behind and off to the side of the stage that Trump was on. Where do we go from here? Kimberly Cheadle, the head of the Secret Service, was officially subpoenaed to appear at a hearing on Monday by James Comer, the Republican chairman of the Oversight and Accountability Committee in the United States House of Representatives. The subpoena was issued on Wednesday. The congressional probe into the attempted assassination will commence with this hearing, which will be the first of its kind. Due to the security breach that occurred on Saturday, several prominent Republican officials, including Senate Minority Leader Mitch McConnell and House Speaker Mike Johnson, have demanded that Cheadle step down from his official position. During this week, President Joe Biden also issued an order for an independent evaluation of the security measures that were in place during it. During an interview that took place this week with ABC News, Cheadle was asked about the representatives in Congress who have called for her resignation. In response, she remarked, "We are going to continue to be transparent and communicate with customers." She continued by saying, "Absolutely, I do intend to remain on." The ongoing security concerns that high-profile political figures face are brought into sharper focus by this incident. Increased safety measures have been implemented by the Secret Service in the vicinity of President Trump, particularly during public appearances and rallies. The authorities are looking into Patrick's reasons for doing what he did, as well as any possible connections to grander schemes. Recent attempts have brought to light the continued dangers that past presidents face, as well as the critical role that attentive security measures play in ensuring their safety. That's about all. If you enjoyed this video, make sure to subscribe for more. Hit that notification bell so you never miss an upload. Feel free to like and share, and I'll catch you in the next one.